obviously the Guayaquil North Mission is the best in the world, to me. And I think that everyone else that went there would agree with me. The part of Guayaquil that's actually in the Guayaquil North Mission, there's only 3 zones. It's what most people consider to be the nice part of Guayaquil, like the rich part of Guayaquil, because we have the temple in our mission. It's also, I think, the most beautiful temple in the world. It's huge, bigger than any other temple I've ever been to. And if you serve in Guayaquil, chances are you'll pass by the temple, could even be a couple times a day. The church is actually really strong in Ecuador, especially in Guayaquil. In just Guayaquil, there are 15 stakes. So the church there is really, really strong. If you serve in Guayaquil, chances are you'll have a ward just like any here, with a good elders quorum, good strong bishop. Outside Guayaquil, it's a completely different story. If you go to a couple of the smaller villages, there are towns called Quevedo, Babahoyo, Milagro. Those are all a little bit more spread out, I guess you could say. The church is a little bit newer there. The members are a little bit newer. But it's awesome wherever you go because the people are awesome. The people are just ready to receive the gospel. The key is definitely with the retention. The mission has been trying really hard recently to get the retention numbers up because people are so receptive that they accept the gospel at first, and then a lot of times they have difficulty, keeping up with that, following up with that. So the mission's been working a lot on getting the retention numbers up and helping people stay in the church that get baptized, and has been having a lot of success. So overall, the church is really strong in Ecuador. There's a lot of support from the members, but it also depends on where you are. I mean, I went everywhere from having a strong ward with an attendance of 300 people a week with a good strong bishop, good strong elders quorum, to being in a branch in the middle of a jungle where there are only 20 members and we baptized in rivers. So it's great because it's a really diverse mission. You can see every aspect of the church growth, from a branch that was only started a year ago to a ward that was established 50 years ago. So you definitely get to see that diversity, and at the same time the temple is in the mission, so you get a lot of opportunities to go to the temple. Something that maybe the other missions in Ecuador don't get. It's, as far as geography goes, it's right in the middle of Ecuador, right in the middle of the coast. So there's no actual coastline, but it's just at the foot of the mountains. It doesn't actually go up into the mountains. So it's mostly just like really humid grassland, I guess you could say, with a bunch of jungle right on the edge. And as far as climate goes, it's hot all around. That's why they call it Ecuador. It's right on the equator. It's hot, it's humid, but it's awesome. The church has only been there for a little over 50 years. They just had their 50-year anniversary a couple of years ago, and the growth has been incredible in Ecuador. I think they have upwards of 200,000 members now, which, when you think about the fact that missionaries have only been there for 50 years, it's incredible. And the other interesting thing about the church there and the missionary work is a lot of it's being done by natives now. In my entire mission, I only had one white companion, one gringo companion. That's what they call them in the mission. And it was different. It was different than I think it would have been if I'd had all gringo companions my whole mission. And it's great because you see the church there becoming self-sufficient after just 50 years. You see them supplying their own leaders, their own Area 70s, their own general authorities, and their own missionaries.